of the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
It is once again time to go Target Series racing here in the Chase as we head to the Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina for the running of the Oreo 300, the fourth Chase race of the season. After today, we are midway through this final Target Series Chase, and the championship picture is still very, very close. As on pole for today's race, it is the driver second in points, only 3 behind the points leader, Anthony Hernandez in the 11. Beside in second, the 00, Jonathan Buford. Starting in third, we have Luke Rainey. In fourth, it's Ronan Curtis. And rounding out the top 5 to 13, Cement Oskin. Starting in 6th place, it's Brendan Sutherland. In 7th, we have Bronson Minnick. 8th place, Evan Hunter. In 9th, it's Matthew Burnett. And rounding out the top 10, the 28 of Code Red. Back by them, we have Riley Spurgeon with the 22, who is outside the 19 of Jay Jefferson. Then there's Eric Olson, 66. In the 17, Ross McTrain. Then our next highest starting chaser, Conrad Evans in the 89. Beside another chaser, Zachary DeLello in the 35. Then there's Nolan Lawrence in the 51, beside him 61, Felix Janssen. Then we have Marsha Burrell and chaser Levi Shones. Then there's Adam McDowell, another chaser, Will Graymont in the 42, along with Jay Brando in the 90 of Brandon Beal. Then there's Jose Mills and Jordan Stout in the 92. Danny Lloyd Kim is number 1 seed, but has not shown that pace so far in this chase. Brett Seward, who's inside in the 9. We have 2 more chasers, Landon Lyons and Jennifer Buford. Then there's Kenny Walrus and chaser DJ Reed. Then the Brights of Jeff and Eli on the next row, along with Keyshawn Richardson and chaser Colton Yo. Then points leader Jake Richardson plays the lowest starting chaser back in 38th, who's inside the 7 of Justin Zidell, and rounding out the field, Jake Galway the 20 and the 16 of Mathis Wells. So there's our 40-car field for racing here at Rockingham. Second in points on pole, while points leader starts at the back of the field. It'll be a fun one to watch for sure from Rockingham. Let's go down to trackside to fire these cars up for the Oreo 300. Anthony Hernandez, the only chaser starting inside the top 10. The next highest starting chaser you'll see him as he enters screen, Conrad Evans, way far back in the 89. So Hernandez has some ground in between him and the next chaser. We'll see if he can win from pole in the Oreo 300. 45 laps at Rockingham. Hernandez, John to be for the front rows and come down and take the green flag. We are racing in chase race number 4 at Rockingham. Already a challenge for the lead to the inside from third starting spot. Luke Rennie takes the lead away from Anthony Hernandez. Luke Rennie leads lap 1 of the Oreo 300. One car was into the wall off turn 2. It was Danny Lloyd, who is entering, trying to get some points on the points leader. But now dropping back drastically in the 21. Oskin is second, Hernandez on the outside. Chaser Conrad Evans on the inside, trying to make up ground to get to that 89. Evans comes in pretty high up in points and looking for some points here as Jake Virtue, Danny Lloyd at the back of the field. It's going to be a good points day for Conrad Evans, who's right now on the inside trying to move forward. Luke Rennie pulls away in the 2 with the lead. Bow for second. Bronson Mick is inside the 13. Cement Oskin racing off to turn number 1. Right behind him, Matthew Burnett, Ronan Curtis, and then you have Riley Spurgeon inside Anthony Hernandez. In the 11, going to lose the spot to Conrad Evans as he's still on the outside. Evans on the inside, but now Evans has to make sure Eric Olson doesn't pass him in the 66. As right there's the pal for position. Conrad Evans moves by Anthony Hernandez. He's now the highest chaser in this field. They'll get shuffled high by Eric Olson, the 66, looking low. Evans trying to get low to make sure he doesn't get forced in the middle, but Olsen drives it deep. They'll be 3 wide. Evans did not want to see that because they're complete by Shones, who's inside. Shones gets the spot. Will Graymont also trying to move by that 89, along with Zachary DeLello. So Conrad Evans had just gone by Anthony Hernandez, now loses 3 chase spots. Now he's up top 3 wide. Jose Mills made some move to the inside, the 81. Meanwhile, Levi Shones, the highest chaser, currently going for 7th on Eric Olson. Jones will take the 7th spot away. Will Graymont, another chaser, moves forward to 8th. back up to the front. Still Luke Rainey leading it. Oskin in second, then Burnett third, Curtis fourth. The battle for fifth. Riley Spraytube has it, but Ross McTrain to the inside will take it away off turn number 4. Behind them, Eric Olson, Jose Mills, Jay Brando. Then you have Brandon Beal in 90, 51 Lawrence on the outside. DeLello fading back. Landon Lyons last in the points entering this race, but so far doing a nice job clawing through the field up inside the top 15 as Brendan Sarn and some others knock the wall down and around. They'll go in the back. The 16 of Mathis Wells, one of them involved. A crash at the back of the field. Wells spins around, collecting Marshall Burrell. Jennifer Buford may have gotten collected low. Keyshawn Richardson. The yellow flag is out for the first time in the Oreo 300. Luke Rainey, the 2, leads the field back around. Matthew Burnett second. The highest chaser currently Levi Shones in the 6th position. So the first caution is out here in Rockingham. I'll be interested to see if anyone dares come down pit road here, if they think they can make it to the end and possibly try and do it. Looks like maybe the 93 and some others are thinking about coming down pit road. So this could be an interesting split. If some drivers come down pit road and some don't, we're going to see an interesting split with some drivers on fresher tires right here. So some are going to stay out, some are going to pit. This could definitely mix the running order up, and we're going to see the advantage of tires, and if these drivers who pit, if they can make their way back through the field, a very interesting time in this race for these chasers and the rest of the field. And I mean, we have a good amount of cars staying out. It's about half and half. About half the field pitting, half the field staying out. So we'll see who's the first off the pit lane and where they're going to be restarting right here. This is going to be a very, very fun restart to watch with what's happening right here. So Luke Rainey, the leader, does stay out, but a lot of cars stay out with them. But a lot of cars also pit. You see Jake Richardson, one of them that stayed out trying to get track position, thinking that these 7-lap newer tires won't be that much of a benefit. As Ronan Curtis, first off the pit lane, will be restarting about mid-pack. The first caution is out here in the Oreo 300 at Rockingham. Marshall Burrow, Mathis Wells spin around, collect some others. Let's go see what happened. This was right at the back of the field around some chasers like Denny Lloyd, Jennifer Beeford. They're racing off of turn number 2 right here. Keyshawn Richardson up against the wall in the 10. As he hits it hard, Marshall Burrow trying to avoid him. Clings off him, gets down to Zidell into Wells. The 10 then back up with the 52. The 16 of Wells spins around the 52. Marshall Burrow still trying to control it, spins around. And Jennifer Buford gets some nose damage in the 98 right there. She drives away, but there is a little bit of dents in the front end of that 98. The field able to keep going. And really the most damage might be to the 10 of Keyshawn Richardson. It looks like Mathis Wells, maybe no damage whatsoever to that 16, only when the 52 hit off him. Right there, I mean, Wells never really got hit, so Mathis should be fine. The 52, 98, and 10 definitely got the worst of it. And that was just kind of classic Rockingham racing. You know, one car gets into the wall, and the 52 trying to keep it off, so it kind of comes down to the 7, which gets him into the 16, and back up. Richardson gets a little bit of hit right there. Burrow still can't control it, and around they'll go, but I think all 40 cars should continue on after that caution. So the 2 Blue Greens led every lap so far from 3rd starting spot. He leads, but mixed bag on pit road. Half the field pits, but half the field stays out. Blue Green, one of them that stays out. He continues to lead here at Rockingham. When I say that half of the field stayed out and half the field pitted, it could not be more accurate as we go back green. So there are 40 cars still running in this race. That's the whole field. The top 20 stayed out. 21st on back pitted. That means half of the field stayed and half of the field pitted. That is exactly 50% right there. So the cars that stayed out, Luke Rainey leads, Matthew Burnett is 2nd, then Levi Shones in 3rd, Riley Spraytube in 4th, and Jay Reno in 5th. Landon Lyons is 6th, Evan Hunter 7th, Zach DeLello 8th, Brad Smeg 9th, Brett Sierra 10th. Reed in 11th, Jonathan Buford in 12th, Hernandez 13th, Code Red 14th, Jake Galloway 15th, Jake Richardson, good game from in 16th, and Felix Janssen, Brendan Sarland, Justin Idell, Jeffrey Buford all stayed out. 21st Curse, the first off pit lane, along with Ross McTrain, Will Graymont, Smet Oskin, and Eric Olson. That's the top 25 as we're back green at Rockingham. Luke Rainey with the lead, but a challenge already for him. To the inside, Matthew Burnett to turn 1. What a restart for Matthew Burnett. He's now out in front of turn 2. Lead change here, and Matthew Burnett leading in the Oreo 300. I'll race some cars into the wall, but I think the big question is Shones goes for a second right there, highest chaser. The question is, how is Curtis and the rest of the field going to do on those fresh tires? They're 7 laps fresher. The times are already fallen off by about a 10th. We'll see if it allows those drivers to gain the spots back that they lost, and if they're going to be able to make it to the end or not on those tires and fuel. Shones to 2nd, the highest chaser, looking for a win at Rockingham. Shones now put the pressure to Matthew Burnett. The 15 slides wider through 3 and 4. Here comes Schoens to the inside. Drag racing to lead the 12th lap of the Oreo 300 at the line. Matthew Burnett leads on the 15 on the outside, but Schoens' preferred lane to turn 1 in. Levi Schoens takes the lead away in Rockingham. Bringing back up to second. Spiritu following through. Hernandez on the outside. He's actually got passed by Jake Richardson. They came in first and second in points, and the 39 right there getting by. And right by them, here comes Ronan Curtis. Off pit road, those fresher tires. Along with Ross McTrain and Eric Olson. They're up inside the top 20 and trying to get by the 11. Hernandez, who is fading right now, started on pole, but never got to lead lap. He's just on the outside this whole race. He's still falling back in the 11 car. Ronan Curtis in the 93, fresh tires. Same with Ross McTrain and Eric Olson as they try to claw through the field. Will Graymont has not made much progress in the front of those fresh tires. But a driver who this really benefited, Jake Richardson, started back in the bottom 4, has managed to be up to 14th now, and is one of the highest chasers, actually trying to get by right here. DJ Reed, another chaser. He's bottom of 3. Matthew Burnett on his outside as we have a battle for second. It is Riley Spurgeon low on Luke Rainey. Meanwhile, Levi Schoens has just gapped the field, saying sayonara to the field. Spurgeon for second has Jay Brando behind him. The battle between teammates goes on. Curtis on fresh tires getting by his teammate in the chase. Jake Richardson wants to get right behind the 17 and in front of the 11. Doesn't want to lose any chase spots and won't. He'll get in easily. So lost some spots, but none of them were in the chase. He'll actually try and get by Landon Lyons, who's in the chase in the 4. He's starting to come back. He's got to put middle of 3 because Mills is on fresher tires. They don't want to be able to make it stick on the inside. And Ronan Curtis back up inside the top 10. Just moved by Code Red for 10th. So he got fresh tires. He's making them work right now, using them all. Eric Olson, 66, also trying to use those tires to his advantage. They're both up inside the top 10. They get by Evan Hunter in the 23, and they have Bronson Mick dead ahead in the 07. And then John DeBeeford, Brett Sierra, DeLello trying to get by Jay Randall. That's about for 4th and 5th. DeLello, the chaser, goes for 4th, but the highest chaser currently leads. Levi Schoens has pulled away to a nice gap over 2nd place Luke Rainey and 3rd place Riley Spurley too. Here comes Curtis inside of Bronsmick. The tires working for these drivers. Look at by John DeBeeford as well. That's 3 drivers on the inside lined up with tires. It's Curtis, Olson, and McTrain. Sierra inside the top 5, but I don't think he'll be for long because here comes that 93 flying up onto that battle for 5th. Sierra blocked down low. Curtis not going to like that, wants to get by this 9 fast. He has those tires, he wants to use them. Code right into the wall hard in the 28. He'll drop back. Curtis inside the top 5. So the tires playing well into the hands of the 93 and the others behind. 81 Jose Mills also on tires. Same with Will Graymont. Someone who has fallen back, Jake Richardson, but he's still ahead of the 11 of Anthony Hernandez, who's middle of 3. Who's inside Zydell, who's outside Code Red. James Jefferson also comes to the bottom for Jake Richardson. The strategy worked. Now he's getting engulfed by drivers with tires. That's what turned him the most right now, but he's still ahead of where he was when that yellow came out, so it was a good call for him. Back up front, Kerr's got forced high, so right there now Eric Olson leads the charge on fresh tires. See what Olson can do now in that 66. And so right now Olson the highest on tires, then McTrain, then Curtis, then Mills. Right there, Olson up to 4th, he's got by Zachary DeLello, so these tires work as we're nearing the midpoint of this race. Drivers in front are running in the 24 mids, 24 3s, 24 4s. Eric Olson still below the 24-second bracket, about half a second faster than Spurgeon in front. The yellow is out. Caution is out, and it looks like Mathis Wells again in the 16 involved, and maybe Keyshawn Richardson again. So yellow is out. Hernandez has fallen all the way back to 38th. Now this is interesting. Midpoint, you're going to pit here, but the drivers that think they can make it, they might stay out. Now this is going to be huge for the tire situation again. Yeah, if I'm Olsen, I would definitely be pitting here. You moved your way back up to 4th. You don't have to stay out, but he's going to stay out. Oskin stays out, but look at, there's not that many staying out because the tires are so worn. You want to get to pit road and get those fresh tires now, and I believe only about 3 stayed out. Yeah, I do not like the idea of staying out right there. Even if you can make it to the end on fuel, the tires are not going to last, and you're going to be back in the last positions. So Levi Schoens entered pit road first. He'll try and leave first, but he's exiting with a bunch of traffic. Burnett going to let him have the spot in the 08 right there. And we'll see if anyone can try and beat the 08 off pit road. Spurgeon tries, but can't. How about Luke Rainey? Because these drivers are getting halted up. Where's Luke on pit road? The two might have a clean exit right here. We'll see. There he goes. He's leaving. Can Jones beat him off? Luke Rainey off pit road first. So right there, the benefits of having a pit stall later on pit road. He's able to come off in front of the 08 and the 22. 3 cars there. Eric Olson leads them. Let's see what happened to bring out the yellow. Mathis Wells once again involved for the second time. He'll be done this time though in the 16. This was not a good wreck for Colleague Racing at all. 2 of them had already been involved in a crash. One of them is battling for a championship. And as they come off the corner, Hernandez into the wall. DJ trying to stay low. The 10 coming up just clips off him. Keyshawn Richardson up then into the outside wall with DJ Reed. They spin around right in the path of the 11 and the 98. Hernandez gets on the brakes. Beefer gets low. Marshall Burrow gets low. And right there up into Wells, who was committed to the high side. Thinking the 10 would stay low. But Richardson came up and the 16 was there. And that is 2 Colleague cars collected, and both of them were involved in the first yellow. Richardson once again got pinched in the wall in the first yellow. Wells spun around, and right here Richardson into the wall, and then gets hit really hard by teammate Mathis Wells. The 16 will be done to Keyshawn Richardson. Definitely a lot of contact. So at the yellow, Levi Shones led. He led them onto pit road, didn't lead them off. Luke Rennie led them off. However, he's not the leader. Eric Olson tries a flip strategy, the 66 out in front, but on worse tires. The same can be said for Samet Oskin and Brandon Beal. Those 3 lead in the Oreo 300 at Rockingham. Another mixed bag of strategy here at Rockingham. We'll go green with 20 to go. The front 3 on significantly worse tires. I would say about 15 laps worse than the field behind, so they might get eaten up on this restart. We'll see how it goes for those 3. Mathis Wells out in the 16, Richardson still going, but Colleague right now is the bottom 3 positions with Wells out, Richardson and Hernandez also at the bottom. So for Eric Olson, Samet Oskin, and Brandon Beal, this was not what they wanted. They wanted more people to stay out. These are the only 3 to stay out on worse tires. Rennie first off pit road on 4 tires, along with Levi Shones, Riley Spurgeon, Ross McTrain, Ronan Curtis, Jose Mills, and Zach DeLello. That's the front 10. How are the front 3 doing this restart? We're back going. Olson tries to get away as quick as he can, the 66. The balance can be for the highest driver off pit road. We have McTrain to the wall, but Shones is by Luke Rainey. That 08's been really stout here today. Once he got out front, he really pulled away last run. Trying to do the same again. Look how fast they're catching Brandon Beal and Oskin. Olson trying to get away in the 66, but that track position will not mean much in a short time. Shones already for second. Spurgeon already to 4th. Luke Rainey got up from behind the 90 to try and gain. Look at these drivers on worse tires, how much it's affecting them. Beal on the outside, Oskin on the outside. They are right now roadblocks for that outside lane. And here comes Shones to the back of Olson for the lead. Spurgeon and Luke are hoping that 6-6 can hold him off for a little bit, but Shones looks really, really fast. Olson looks really, really slow on those tires. I think Shones will make quick work. Levi Shones back out in front of Rockingham. Spurgeon trying to get by quickly to maintain with the 08. Brandon Beal on the wall, those tires fading, the handling fading. That 90. Going to be regretting that decision. I mean, you think if you're Eric Olson, you were going to be 4th or so off of pit road. You really didn't have to make that strategy call. You could just stay inside the top 5. And, you know, if I'm Olson, I'm not too happy with my crew chief. Shones pulls away. The 08 has been dominant on the short run. He's shown it again. Down low. I think that was Colson Yo with a big save in the 01. Got clipped by Brendan Sarland. That could have been huge for Colson Yo. What a great save right there. I thought he was heading straight into the inside wall. Look at Minnick. That damage not affecting him. On the outside, Oskin, once again on those worst tires, it's affected him. Jake Richardson moving up on the inside. He'll get by Eric Olson, so the 66 restarted first. And a few laps will be outside the top 20. So that strategy definitely backfires for those 3 drivers. Jake Richardson trying to get more spots as Eli Bright, first time we've called the 8 car. In fact, Junior Motorsports did not have a great qualifying day, but Sirius raced well in the 9. He's up inside the top 10. Eli Bright just outside the top 10, so 2 of their cars have raced pretty well. Curtis up to 3rd, Luke Rainey to 2nd, so the 2 car with 14 to go at the line, trying to hunt down Levi Shones, who wants every point he can get. He comes in only 5 behind Jake Richardson, so a win in this race would possibly get him into the points lead. Shones leads looking for a chase win and for a Target Series championship. Luke Rainey in 2nd wants another Target Series win. In 3rd place, Ronan Curtis. They have last season's champion Mills looking for his 4th on this season. And John DeBuford up inside the top 5 in the 00. Now for 2nd, Curtis inside of Luke. That 08 doesn't look as strong as it did last run. These drivers definitely adjusted to stay with that 08. Curtis to second. Now his next target, the 08 of Levi Shones. 6 cars break away. The last of them, Riley Spurlington with the 22. Curtis is low. Shones went really wide. Curtis is to the inside. Side by side for the lead. 12 laps to go. New leader at Rockingham. It's Ronan Curtis. Remember, he was the first driver last run on that different strategy of coming down pit road. It paid off for him. He stayed inside the top 10. And now he leads this race after pitting under the last yellow. He's pitted under every yellow, but it's worked out for him. This man's led a good amount of laps. Luke Rainey going on Levi Shones. The two have combined to lead most of the race, but now they're second and third behind Ronan Curtis, who's leading for the first of the day. Don't want to count up behind these front 6, 7th place Ross McTrain, 8th place Eli Bright is coming with a flying race car. And how about Jake Richardson going for 11th on Brett Sierra? I think Jake Richardson definitely now, with Jones out of the lead, he's just, his main goal, stay ahead of Zach DeLello and just get as many points as he can get, move on with still the points, because right now only chaser from him is Levi Shones, who's in second place. 10 laps to go in Rockingham. Jake Richardson, the points there right now in 12th. Actually moving by Brett Sears, so he'll be 11th. Second in points, Hernandez, no ground, 32nd for the 11 car. Battle for second, 9 to go. Luke Rainey is by Levi Shones. Can Luke run the 93 down? How about Jose Mills in the 81 up to third? I still would not count on Ross McTrain, just flew around Jonathan Buford. Eli Bright also coming along with Kenny Walrus. Don't count any of these drivers out quite yet. McTrain up to 6th. Battle for second. Mills thinks he's faster than Luke. He knows it. But this battling for second allows Curtis to pull away and maybe save some tires. 8 laps to go. Curtis desperately hoping no yellows come out. He has a nice gap. I think he can hold that for sure unless he is just wearing that stuff out. So can Mills run him down? He's right now second. Luke Rainey in third. The battle for fourth. Shones up the track. Scrooge to the inside. Yellow is out again. We'll have a late race restart. Wreck down the backstretch. Adam McDowell and Zach DeLello involved. Brett Sear as well. They're running up inside the top 15 at the time of the accident. This once again changes everything. We'll have a restart with under 5 to go at Rockingham. Ronan Curtis leads, and now, does anyone dare try to pit for fresh rubber? Because they had big green for about 10 laps right here. We'll have to see, does anyone come to pit road? If you're Eric Olsen or Matt Oskin, you definitely pit now. Same with Brandon Beal. I mean, I definitely come down pit road and get tires. They've been so old, but it looks like no one is thinking about coming down pit road at the front, so they have what they have at the front of the field. So yellow flag is out. A wreck up into the top 20. Brett Sierra, Adam McDowell, and Zach DeLello, a chaser, all involved. As we have a third yellow flag is out here at Rockingham. Just another one of those accidents. Racing up inside the top 20. They'll be 3 wide off turn number 2. Zach DeLello is not getting through the corner well at all. Washing up the racetrack. Their 35 handling gone away. Sierra, as he gets in the wall, the 35 does, gets into Sierra. Adam McDowell, just an instant bystander, spins around. Luckily, those three able to keep it down to the inside of the racetrack and out of harm's way. The yellow flag, however, has to come out. There's 3 cars wrecked on the backstretch. And now this sets up a late race restart. It will be with under 5 to go, about 3 laps to go or so here at Rockingham. And Ronan Curtis did not want to see that. He had a huge gap, but now if you're second on back, I think you can win this race. DeLello should be able to keep going, but lost a lot of points off that one. He'll be one of the lowest chasers. So as you mentioned, Ronan Curtis back around front, but now Jose Mills right on his bumper in the second position. Can Ronan Curtis hold on to win? Can Jose Mills get there? And how about chaser Levi Shones in 5th? We'll find out with under 5 to go at Rockingham in the Oreo 300. We will restart this race with 3 laps to go. 3 laps for anyone to get by the 93 of Ronan Curtis. Still 39 cars left running. Matheus Wells, the only car still out in the 16. So Ronan Curtis leads, looking to win it. Second place for Jose Mills. Luke Rainey in 3rd, Riley Spurgeon in 4th, Levi Schoen's the highest chaser in 5th, 6th place for Ross McTrain, 7th for Jonathan Beeford, Eli Bright 8th, Kenny Walrus 9th, Nolan Lawrence in 10th, points there Jake Richardson with a good day right now getting 11 points in 11th, Jay Jefferson 12th, Chaser Graymont in 13th, Hunter 14th, Jansen 15th, Chaser Yowen 16th, Minnick is 17th, Zidell 18th, Starlin 19th, Chaser Landon Lyons currently inside the top 20. Danny Lloyd back in 22nd, looking for Anthony Hernandez. He's just behind Conrad Evans. They're 27th and 28th. Jeff Bright 29th. Jennifer Beeford 31st. DJ Reed 32nd. And then on back, other chasers. Zachary DeLello in 38th. Green flag back in the air at Rockingham. 3 laps to go in the battle for the lead already. Mills looking low and curves to turn 1. Good restart for Jose Mills. He's going to get by the 93. Big train to the wall through 1 and 2. The front three trying to get away. Down the back stretch. Luke Rennie for second on the 93. Now can Mills pull away? Can Luke Rennie find a way to get to him? 2 laps to go at the line. Luke Rennie clears for second. Jose Mills leads for the first time today. Just over 2 miles to go. Jones will not win this race, but now his goal is just to stay in front of the 39 and get a point on him. He's on the outside currently. Down the back stretch. Jose Mills comes to see the white flag. Has a good gap over the bow for second, which Curtis wants back for Luke Rainey. The 2 not gaining on the 81 at all. Here they come to the white flag. One more time around Rockingham. Mills leads to turn 1, the bow for second. Luke Rainey is up top, but gains off the 93. Mills clear of traffic down the back stretch. The 2 that finished 1-2 in the championship last season will finish 1-2 at Rockingham through 3 and 4. Jose Mills won the championship last season, his 4th win of this season. He wins it at Rockingham. Side by side for a second. Give it to Curtis at the line. 93 still second at the end from Luke Rainey. But for Jose Mills, another win this season. He has been really, really good when it counts. Unfortunately, didn't get to make the chase, but he has gotten many wins this season. Highest chaser will be Levi Schoen's, it looks like, as the 08's prospect train Brett Sierra hitting. Jake Richardson got 9th. He actually beat Levi Schoen. So our points leader, the highest finishing chaser today, Jake Richardson, 9th place. Really, really gutsy performance for the 39. Let's go see the finish results, how the points look after the 4th race of the chase. Here's how they finished in the Oreo 300 at the Rockingham Speedway. 3 caution flags today for 12 laps, and 6 lead changes. 6 different drivers led, mostly due to strategy here at Rockingham. Jose Mills from 25th got on the alternate strategy early on, pitting under the first yellow, then pitting under the second. It got him track position, and it got him the win here in Rockingham. Second place goes to Rowan Curtis, Luke Rainey in 3rd. They both led 10 laps apiece. Riley Spurgeon in 4th, and Eli Brett from 33rd gets a top 5 on the same strategy as Jose Mills. John Beeford from 2nd ends up in 6th, Nolan Lawrence 7th, Ross McTrain 8th, and Jake Richardson, a gutsy performance. Started in the bottom 3 positions, but Jake Richardson gets 9th place, highest chaser, and extends that points lead by a wide margin over the rest of the field. Ranking in the top 10, Jay Jefferson in the 19. Next chaser, Will Graymont in 11th, Felix Jansen 12th, Levi Schoen's a chaser in 13th, led the most laps of 14 here today. Unfortunately, some ill-timed yellows coming out kind of hurt his strategy all a bunch, and Schoen's ends up 13th after getting put on the outside on the last restart. Kenny Walrus 14th, Evan Hunter 15th. Chaser Colton Yo gets 16th, Bronson Miggs 17th, Zidell 18th, Galway 19th, Burnett finishes inside the top 20 in the 15th. As we look down here, Landon Lyons at chaser 20 in the 22nd position. Danny Lloyd at chaser 24th. Hernandez from pole 26th. Uncharacteristic for the poles here to finish that low here, but that car was not good in race term at all. Conrad Evans in 28th. Jeff Bright in 29th. Reed 31st. Beeford 32nd. And then Zachary DeLello in 36th. We had 38 cars finish on the lead lap. Brett Sierra 2 laps down at the end. 39 cars running. 1 car out and in the garage. Mathis Wells from 40th starting position, right where he finishes. Only car in the garage. At the right side are the point standings halfway through the chase. Jake Richardson has a comfortable 7-point margin over second place now Levi Schoen's. He's also 8 points up on Colton Yo, who moves his way up into 3rd. 9 points up on Anthony Hernandez, who falls in 4th. And then in 5th place, I believe it's Will Graymont, who is 11 points back. Danny Lloyd is 12 points back on the 21. Conrad Evans 13 back. So those drivers still with a shot, 13 points. It seems like a lot, but with 4 races left, that is still doable to make up. But drivers down below like DJ Reed, who is 17 back. And you look at Landon Lyons, who's 20 points back. And even lower than them, you have Zachary DeLello, 21 back. Jeff Bright, 23 back. Jennifer Beeford, R24 back, I just don't see that being likely to gain in these 4 races. I think if you're from Evans on up, you still have a shot at it, but Jake Virchton has not put a foot wrong so far this chase. His 4 chase finishes start out 6th best, 3rd best, 2nd best, and best. So for Jake Virchton, especially after the day at Rockingham, starting back in 38th, getting a top 10, doing the right strategy, stuff like that, that is a very gutsy performance for Jake Virchton in that 39 team, but they made it work here today. They got a top 10 when they started back in 38th at Rockingham of all places. That is championship caliber racing right there for Jake Richardson, but still 4 races left to get that championship, so he's not done yet. You know, he still has a lot of fighting to do, but a really, really good day. This could be a day that derailed his championship chances. Instead, it puts him right onto the right track and actually keeps himself in a very, very good position. As the 5th chase race of the season, we'll go racing once again a shorter racetrack, Phoenix, for the Granger 300. I'll see you guys then.